Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to American Aries Channel, a global nanotechnology company that is focused on research, development, and implementation of innovative technology solutions that restructure and transform electromagnetic field haze into a more biologically compatible form. Joining us, Dimitry, the founder and chief product officer, to kind of take us through some recent news and a broad view look into 2023. So first and foremost, welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me.
A pleasure to get you on. So I want to get right into this. American Aries strengthened the intellectual property portfolio with an update on a new global functional patent and a peer-reviewed study. Do you want to kind of break this down in parts, talk a little bit about this patent, what it means globally for you, and then perhaps a little insight into this peer-reviewed study?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, these two are very much tied together because the research that we just had peer-reviewed and published went into the patent application as well. And really, when it comes to the research, we have over 100 research papers confirming the effectiveness of our product. We also have, 8 or 10 peer-reviewed research papers. But really, how it works in the academical world, the final stage for any research is the publication. So you start with your own research, then you get it done. It's kind of great, but it's not finished yet. You really need then someone to peer review it, to provide an opinion on the research. And usually you have independent professors looking at this and providing their opinion on your research. And then finally, and that's basically the end of it. That's as far as you can get with your research, is a publication in the academical journal. So this is exactly what happened. One of the professors working on the project went to UK with a presentation in the Congress of Physics in 2022, presented this particular research, and then it was published in a journal in the Springer link. Now, before they publish anything, they have their own peer review. So there were another 4 professors. There were 2 from UK, from London University. I don't recall the exact name, but it's on the report. And then there were also Indian professor. There was an Indian professor as well, I think from New Delhi. And then there was a 4th one. So basically 4 professors also provided opinion. And then after the peer review was done, they published it. Again, it just doesn't get any higher. This is a clear evidence, and basically it's a validation of the technology once someone publishes it.
I appreciate these insights, and I wouldn't mind rolling back a little bit. We've talked with Josh a little bit, but I wouldn't mind kind of getting a little bit of history with yourself, because you guys had an incredible Q1 2023. Your growth that we mentioned prior was 138% year over year sales growth. But do you kind of want to just talk a little bit about your outlook into 2023 here, kind of just what you see going on in the future with this company?
Well, 100%. The very least, we 100% confident we're going to maintain the same growth. Now, if things align properly and we, do an extra push and, get a little bit more creative here, which we are working on, then it may even be higher than that. But at the very least, we expect the company to grow in the same pace.
I appreciate the insight as well. And I just want to roll back a little bit there too. Your history, what led up to that aha moment? How did you kind of found the company here, and what kind of got you going down this path?
Well, it's a very interesting story, and it's hard to tell it in a few minutes, but in a nutshell, my family was working on this project. It wasn't designed to roll into a product. They were basically working on a method of protecting military officers, specifically serving on air mobile radar stations, to protect them from electromagnetic field and electromagnetic radiation. And that was a research done with a goal to come up with a method of protecting people from EMF. And what was specifically challenging, we couldn't block the electromagnetic radiation, because then once you block it, the antenna, the radar doesn't emit and transmit information. It needs to operate without any interference. So we had to actually come up with a modulation method, EMF modulation technology, instead of blocking technology, which actually is super easy to do. It's like really not rocket science to block EMF. But we could not. And this whole project started for the military with absolutely no intention to make a product and take it, to direct to consumer or wrap it up into anything we do right now. So as that was going, I was in Canada, and I've been kind of looking at what was going on back home. And at one point, I called my dad and I said, "Look, I mean, this is great what you do. I think I have a better application for it. It may take years or may never happen before, you know, military accepts that and what's not. Let me open up a company in Canada and bring the intellectual property here, and then let's see if we can actually take the technology, which was developed at that time, and roll it into a direct-to-consumer packageable product, and then with a potential OEM applications, which we are going to hit as well at one point." And that's what we did, and it was 12 years, this whole project, and yeah, now we're here.
Well, I definitely appreciate that insight. It was really clerical and very intriguing, to say the least. So I'll pass the question off to the viewers. We'd love to know what you think about this well-rounded conversation in that comment section below. And consider subscribing, because as news hits the wire, we're going to continue to update you here. But on that note, as always, we look forward to catching you in the next one.